Radhe Govinda.
जैसे नया घर में जाते हैं तो पहले क्या करते हैं, घर साफ करते हैं, राइट? So similarly, this body is a house. The senses, the mind, intelligence, they are places. And in these places, who is sitting? Lust is sitting. But you want to make Krishna. You want to have Krishna in those places. Krishna, you want Krishna to sit there. In your mind, in your intelligence, and in your senses also. So what you need to do, first you need to clean. You need to clean that lust. You need to kick out that lust. How do you do that? You do that by engaging your senses, mind and intelligence in Krishna's service. Savai manah Krishna padaravindayor vachamsu vaikunta gunanavarnane karo harer mandira marjanadishu shrutim chakarachyuta satkat hodaye mukunda lingalaya darshane dusho tadbhutyagatma sparshenga sangama घ्राणं च तत्पाद सरोज सौरभे श्रीमत्तलस्यां रसनान्ददर्पिते मुकुंद लिंगालय दर्शने दृशो सॉरी पादो हरे क्षेत्र पदानुसर्पणे शिरो ऋषिकेश पदाभिवन्दने कामं च दास्येन तु कामकामया हितोत्तम श्लोक जनाश्रय. Sorry, it's a very long shloka. There are 3 shlokas actually. It tells us how to engage your senses and mind in Krishna's service. Every sense you have to, instead of with your ears, instead of hearing Bollywood movies, you should hear Harinam Sangeet. If instead of singing Bollywood songs, just sing only Kirtan of Hare Krishna Mahamantra or some Krishna hymns. Instead of using your senses in material activity, instead of watching movies, you watch the beautiful forms of the deities or the devotees, right? Instead of reading novels and all, you read spiritual literature, Bhagavatam. So in this way, every sense has to be utilized. So when it is engaged in Krishna service, what happens is that those senses become purified. Like sometimes students ask me this question: is it really possible to give up bad habits like masturbation or watching illicit things on the internet? And then also any kind of bad habit, like say waking up late in the morning or whatever it is. So laziness. So can we really overcome this? Because they have tried and they have failed many times. But actually, yes, it is possible, and there are many examples also who have done that successfully, who have successfully controlled their senses and mind. Like I can tell you my own example. Like after coming to ISKCON, right? It has been 20 years. 20 years, I never heard any Bollywood songs or movies, or I never ate onion or chai, right? And except occasionally, we don't in sleep occasionally. Otherwise, we never lose our vital energy. Sorry to put this bluntly. And there is one devotee, I can give you another example. His Holiness Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj. He was a devotee and he had 7 children, okay? He had 7 children before he became sannyasi. And he said, I have 7 children and I only lost my vital energy only 7 times in my life. And I have 7 children. So that means except for begetting child, he never engaged in sexual activity. So in this way, we have many examples, can do that. But only thing is, how do we do that? Because only by engaging the senses and mind constantly in Krishna service and intelligence. And yes, of course, let me also caution you that it is not an easy walk on the road. And when you hear these things, then what will happen is, you may feel guilty. You may feel guilty, oh, you are talking such high philosophy, Prabhuji, we can't do these things, we may not be able to do these things. It's very hard for us, we are just new to this process. But actually, you don't have to feel guilty. What you need to feel is that it is wrong, and you need to overcome it. Like say, for example, when you learn how to ride a bicycle, you fell many times. But did you feel depressed, or did you lose hope? No. You were confident that one day I'll ride bicycle very nicely, and you continued, and then you were successful. Anything you learn, it will take some time because the practice is not perfect. But once you perfect the process, you may fail a few times, but those failures should not make you depressed. It should make you determined to do it better, right? And there are many examples in scriptures also. There is Bilva Mangal. I don't know if you heard this. I explained a few times in my previous talks. Bilva Mangal Thakur. He was very lusty. He was very attached to a prostitute. And he could not stay without her even for one single day. Even on the day his father died, even that same night also he had to go and meet that prostitute. Even in the midst of big storm, there was rain, he swam across a river, and then he jumped across the wall and he met her. And then she was a devotee, luckily. She said, she had some devotional feelings. She said, whatever attachment you have for me, if you had that attachment to Krishna, your life would have been successful. When he heard this, his life changed. Right? And then he became Bilva Mangal, he became a great saint. So my point is that, yes, it is possible, but don't lose hope, because I know it is in the initial stages. For many people, it is not so easy. You may fail many times also. You can fail. But then what happens is, once you develop the habit of controlling the senses, then gradually it becomes possible, it becomes easy, it becomes doable more than anything else, right? And then, so when you know that you're doing something wrong, it should not make you depressed. Don't get into depression. Don't lose hope. Have hope, have faith that yes, it is possible, and Krishna is willing to help. It is doable, and Krishna will never tell you to do anything which is impossible. Krishna will never ask you to do anything which is impossible. It is written here in the Bhagavad Gita, so it is definitely possible, right? So of course we just have to follow the right process. That's all. And then
Radhe Radhe